be a part 2 to the energy update that I just uploaded. I just wanted to touch on, and I meant to mention this before and I completely spaced it out, but if we look at the current planets, and I'm looking at tomorrow's date. Oh wait, I'm looking at today's date, my bad. So we have that Sun, Mercury, and Saturn conjunction going on, and it's opposing Juno retrograde. So Juno represents relationships and your desire to enter a committed relationship and build a future with someone who's your equal. Okay, so any like committed relationship falls under this jurisdiction. Juno's found between Mars and Jupiter, and she's one of the 4 major asteroids. Okay, and Roman goddess Juno was the protector and counselor of the state, who was held to watch over women. The Greek goddess Hera was her counterpart, although Juno and Hera didn't have equivalent roles. Juno represents commitment, marriage, betrayal, give and take in partnerships. Juno represents the partnership itself, where it involves the effort to balance the power between 2 people. It represents infidelity. Juno represents fairness and compromise. It's got shades of like Pluto, Venus, Scorpio, and Libra energy. Okay, we're triggered where Juno is in our charts, but also it's this place of power and empowerment. Right? Juno was a woman scorned, and there was issues there of balance and power and infidelity and betrayal. And she was fiercely loyal, but she stayed in an unhappy marriage. Her placement shows us, and remember, she's in retrograde right now, so there's review of these things. Right? Her placement shows us in what way or area that we are deeply bothered if we're not shown respect and fairness. Juno, most notably, is the master of multitasking. Okay, she does many things well, and people with strong Juno in their chart are very similar. And she's connected to marriage and generally, right, and union, but she's complicated, she's powerful and political, and she's not only defined by her partnerships, even if she is skilled at balancing and moderating them. Okay, and I just want to get a few tarot cards. I feel like this is an important aspect for some of you. So you could be really like reanalyzing, when we're speaking of a planet in retrograde, or an asteroid in this case, it's the analyzation of these things, the evaluation, perhaps of, some kind of imbalance with relationships. And being that it is conjunct powerful Saturn and the Sun and Mercury, right? There's revisiting the mind, the thinking, the communication, and really allowing for your core personality to begin to shine through this rebalancing. I'm seeing this as like it's a portal to take your power back. And being that we also still have this energy with Cryon and the North Node in Aries, your personal power, taking your power back, healing from wounds, right, with the wounded healer, and allowing this energy to really step you into your place of destiny, you're into your midheaven, where you will be able to achieve your highest goals, right? It's for many, it's a release of certain relationships. Yeah, and as I say that, the Death card comes out, speaking of endings, right? It's, yeah. And again, look, the Sun wanted to pop out. It's taking your power back through getting very honest about where you haven't been feeling like things are in balance, where there has not been some justice, where there has not been some fairness, where there has been like power control structures. These there could be children involved even that could suffer as a result of this, but there's just a feeling like this old plan, you know, was out of balance. Yeah, we got the Tower in reverse. So the beautiful thing with the Tower is that it brings understanding. And you could have been like stalling on this change, but I feel like now it's yeah, I just feel like it's too damaged. There's too much damage here. There's too much destruction. Let's get some advice. Make sure you tap the like button, drop into the comments. Let me know how you enjoyed this reading or how it's resonating for you. All right, so we got strength coming out of there. Some of you could be actually moving. This is, you know, there's energy here that could be also coming up around abandonment for some, or deep-seated. I feel like this is deep-seated ancestral, some kind of I don't know why that's coming up like that. Some kind of deep-seated fear of being alone, perhaps, of being left out in the cold, but look, there's strength coming from this. What is this Five of Pentacles? What is this Five of Pentacles, please? It's a spiritual lesson. And yeah, look, there's movement forward here, and this lion is really standing out to me as you like literally stepping into your power, you stepping into your courage, and picking up the pieces and moving forward in balance this time. Trust the source within. This involves some degree of risk-taking, but it's like you're following the knowingness of what you need to do. And, you know, he literally steps off this cliff. I'm not saying anybody should actually do that, but it's metaphoric, right? He trusted, and then he didn't fall, but instead he found this beautiful, fragrant rose. Right? And then it probably took him some strength to get back up on that cliff or to jump over to that next one. But in the process, you see he had to release all of his baggage. And that's what this feels like. Not to say anyone's significant other was baggage, but this could be other forms of baggage as well. Doesn't just have to be necessarily like a separate. Everybody's gonna be different. A separation, but it's leaving something behind. Something is ending. Something is being let go of, and allowing you to move forward. Yeah, we've got the Five of Swords coming out in reverse. I feel like that's saying like it's in the past now. There was betrayal. There was, you know, a feeling of somebody needing to win at all costs as well. That's getting kind of specific, but coming in reverse, I feel like there's a feeling of finally, and landing on the death card, it's a feeling of finally putting something to rest. And it definitely might not be easy for whoever this is for. I feel like it did get very specific. As always, just take what resonates for you. But there's a invitation to take this risk that is divinely guided from your source, from your place of unconditional love for self included. And that's what this is first and foremost, is taking care of yourself and letting go of whatever baggage has been holding you back from doing that. And I love how the sun's just like hanging out in the background here, and the midheaven is literally where the sun is rising. It's midday, right? So it's the sun is joy. It's positivity. It's optimism. Okay, so yes, there's challenge here, but at the end of the day, Source has your back. Like, you are being led into your power. It's a spiritual lesson. Lean into it. Don't fight it, okay? Make sure that you are being very intentional with your focus and what you are focusing on, okay? The Five of Cups being on the bottom of the deck, there is an opportunity to be in this energy of sulking or of regret, or you gotta just trust that the universe has a plan for you. And make sure that you're learning from any mistakes that you made. We all make mistakes. There's always mistakes that if you look at, you could learn from. And just remember to give more of your energy to the things that you do have, the things that are going right for you, the things that you're grateful for. Because in doing so and putting more of your focus over here, you will begin to manifest more of those things instead of, because if you put too much of your focus over here on the things that are lost, that are out of your power, that are spilled cups, so to speak, emotions all over the place, lower vibrational densities, then you're going to manifest more of those things. So just keep in mind to be very conscious and aware of where you are putting your focus. Okay, trust there's a plan here. Okay, and if you missed part 1, I do highly recommend that you check that one out too, because that was kind of the preface. I should have said that in the beginning, but thank you guys so much for liking the video. Drop into the comments, let me know how this energy is affecting you. For my fellow astrologers out there, let me know where your Juno placement is in your birth chart. And as always, just make sure you are subscribed, hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos. Love you guys.